So here's a great question then. When you get so you say you're sending somebody out for a spec, and that, like, for argument's sake, it says 60 years old, gruff Sam Elliott type, right? And you send it to somebody who is not that. Do you find that a lot of your clients are trying, if they're not that, that's not what they are, trying to do that? Or are you and the agency making the conscious choice to say, I think that this person might do an interesting take on it in the way that they are, do it that way rather than trying to emulate something that you're not going to be right out of the gate. You know, your natural tone and timbre is not going to match the spec.
Yeah. That spec that you gave is so specific, and it comes up. We get that Elliott, Sam Elliott, blank out for a second.
Out in the West.
Quite a bit. Yeah. I mean, he's an iconic sound that is uniquely his, and he's so deep and got that twang, right? So when we get something like that, it's a very specific vibe. We're going to go for talent that are in that range.
Sure.
You know, varying levels of deepness to the voice and bass and gravel. But a variety that live in that way neutrally, you know?
Yeah.
To send it to someone that's a really light opposite sound, you know, that's very far from that. It's because it's so specific, it tells us, you know, the agents that they have a good idea of what they want. It's not a generalization here.
Sure.
We want to sort of honor that, so they're not cutting through all these submissions that are they're not right for what they're asking. But if it's a more generic spec, and more often than not, it is, we want, you know, 30s, 40s, or 20s to 50s sounding, men, women, non-binary, open ethnicity, really conversational, you know, a sense of humor, some sarcasm. You know, these are all really generic things that conceivably a big chunk of our roster could get into. So then it's a matter,
I'd imagine,
do they want the light voice, or the medium pitch smooth voice? Do they want the husky sound, you know? And so that's when we want to give a real sampling. And at the end of the day, for our clients, you know, we want our clients to be owning their read, you know, like really making their choices about why they're saying each thing that they're saying in their audition, how they're going about it, and give it, you know, that's it, laying it down and see what happens, you know?
Yeah.
Not trying to emulate the idea of a sound, you know, or like, so Sam Elliott, I want to, you know, I got to be like Sam Elliott, and to do that thing that Sam Elliott does.
Yeah.
Ultimately, do your thing as you know, if you're getting it from me, it's because I think that you live somewhere in that world. So.
Yeah. So trust kind of what your instrument is good at, rather than trying to become something that you're not, so to speak. Because I feel like, and I say this to a lot of people, is that you have a certain instrument that's very unique to you.
Yeah.
If everybody else is trying to emulate something, then you're all kind of be in the same area, so to speak.
Right.
A version of some, but I think often for me, when I make that choice, it's like, I'm the most unique me. Nobody's going to think to do it like Paul. Like, I not yet, at least, you know? But so I feel like at least that's that flavor that they haven't seen yet. So I that's a bold choice.
And
I don't know.
By doing that, maybe one day you'll become the prototype.
Yes.
You know? And then so